Alrighty, so hi guys. Welcome to Campus Rex Yoga for about 45 minutes. My name is Jordan. If you've taken my class before, I teach more of a vinyasa style, so be kind of connecting movement with our breath and movement from pose to pose. Just make sure all of you guys should be muted. So you muted me, sorry. Just make sure you have plenty of room. Make sure you're in a safe area. Make sure you have a water bottle with you. If you need a towel, have that along your mat as well. As I was saying, you guys are muted, so if you want to play music, you're more than welcome to. It's completely up to you. Just make sure it's low enough so you can hear me. And then also go to my screen, click the three dots and click pin so that you can see me as well, all right? Everything I say today is a suggestion. You don't have to take every pose I give. I'm going to give modifications and regressions. If you want to make it easier or harder, it's completely up to you. Happy Friday. Hope you guys are doing well, are healthy and safe. Thank you for joining us. We are going to start off in a seated position today, cross-legged, so in fire log. I'm going to be close by just so you guys can see, and then I'm going to talk to y'all just so you guys know. Get a visual cue, just sitting like this, comfortable. If you want to place a pillow underneath your butt to sit on and be more comfortable with, you're more than welcome to do that as well, okay? So starting off by closing our eyes. Palms can face up towards the sky if you'd like to receive energy. Palms can face down towards the ground if you'd like to give out energy to maybe someone you know, friend, companion, the rest of the world, whoever that may be. Getting comfortable here. If this is too uncomfortable, you have really tight hips, you just want to extend your legs out in front of you, you're more than welcome to do that too. Maybe you sit butterfly, where your heels and toes are touching. Whatever suits you best today. And then starting to bring some attention to our breath. As we inhale, expanding the lungs outwards and upwards into the chest. And then as you exhale, actively breathing out, pushing all that air away from your body. Again, inhale through the lungs, or through the mouth, I should say. Exhale through the mouth. So a little bit differently, utilizing just our mouth right now to kind of sort of warm up in the seated position. Feel the difference of the temperature of the air as you inhale and exhale. As you inhale, feel a nice, cool, relaxing breath through the mouth. And then exhale again through the mouth. And then you can keep this type of breath, or you can switch to inhaling through your nose and then exhaling through your mouth. Maybe utilize a Ujjayi breath where you breathe only in and out of your nose. Whatever suits you right now. And taking a moment to recognize, thanking your mind, your body, and your spirit for making it here today. Really disconnecting from the outside world. Thinking about you, yourself, on your mat. And thanking yourself for making it here today. Starting to scan your body from head to toes. Find where you may be feeling extra tight. Maybe you're holding some extra stress. And maybe with every inhalation, visualizing and sending oxygen and positive energy to that spot or area. And then actively exhale it all out of your body. Feel that specific spot or area starting to loosen up, relax a little bit. As your hips and knees sink, fall further away, closer to the mat. As you become more relaxed. Maybe we set an intention for today's practice, for next week, this summer, whatever that intention may be. When you need some extra strength or flexibility, think back to it. You can keep your eyes closed or you can open them, whatever you feel like. Placing your hands to your sides or in front of you, we're going to begin to make big circles with our torso on our chest in the seated position. Nice and easy. You can go whichever direction. We're going to go both ways, so it doesn't matter whichever you choose to start off with. Nice and easy. Just slowly getting some range of motion, starting to wake up our body a little bit. Then let's flip directions, whether you went counterclockwise or clockwise to start. You may find that one side is tighter than the other. That's okay, it's perfectly normal. We'll try our best to be as symmetrical, as balanced as possible. You hear me say that a lot in our class today. Awesome. And then meeting back center. We're going to do the same thing with our head. So making big circles with our head and neck, trying to bring your ear all the way to your shoulder. Bring your chin all the way down to your chest. And then back around. Then switch directions again. Good. Nice and easy. Like I was saying before, one side might be tighter than the other, that's okay. And then meeting back center. Starting to get the arms, the shoulder blades moving. On the inhale, arms are gonna rise up kind of like you're doing a jumping jack, all the way up above you. Reach as high up as you can. Palms touch. Exhale, arms lower down to the ground. You can do that a few more times. Inhale, back up. And then exhale down to the ground. And focus on connecting the breath with the movement here. 2 more times. Inhale, arms rise up. Exhale, slowly lower down. Last time, guys. Inhale, rise up. And now this exhale, hinging at the hips and folding over both legs here. Now focus more on elongating, reaching out with your chin rather than folding straight down to the ground here. You try and keep your spine long. If this is really uncomfortable on your knees, make sure you flex the toes, help protect the knees. Good. Couple more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, crawl your fingers out a little bit further. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, reach your furthest with your fingers. And then slowly beginning to rise, one vertebrae at a time. Sitting nice and tall here. Inhale, arms are gonna reach back up overhead. And on the exhale, dropping your right hand down to your right side, I'm mirroring. So it's gonna look like I'm doing my left, but make sure you're doing your right. And reaching over, getting a nice side body stretch. Maybe you rotate your chest up to the ceiling a little bit. Good. Maybe you're able to come down your forearm, whichever you choose. Try and keep both glutes glued to the mat just for one more breath. Inhale. Exhale, reach. Inhale, coming back center, arms reach up overhead. And on the exhale, drop your left hand down now, reaching over, getting a nice side body stretch on the right side. Option, open up the chest, or maybe dropping down to your forearm, just making sure both glutes are glued to the mat for one more breath. Inhale. Exhale, reach your furthest. Inhale, coming back center, switching your legs. So if your left was on top, now your right will cross over. And on the exhale, hinging and folding over both legs. just so we can hit both sides. Focusing, reaching out with your fingertips. Trying to keep the spine long here. Inhale. Exhale, reach. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, reach your furthest. Inhale, slowly begin to rise one vertebrae at a time. We're going to roll over our knees, ankles, and shins, coming to all four in tabletop position. Making sure your wrists are underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath your hips. Toes can be tucked or untucked, it's up to you. We're going to start by making big circles with our hips. So your shoulders might go farther past your wrists. Your hips are sinking back to your heels, kind of like in child's pose. I'm going to twist around just so you guys see another direction. Most likely, you're going to feel it a little bit more in the back outer edges of the circle that you're making. Maybe you want to statically hold. Maybe you feel tight in one spot. Or you're actively making circles with your hips / torso. And then switching directions. Nice and easy. Again, one side might feel a little bit tighter than the other. That's okay. Optional if you want to hold the static positions, up to you. Good. Then meeting back center or neutral. We're going to inhale, drop the belly, and look up towards the ceiling. Cat or cow pose. And then you exhale, push the mat away like a scared cat. You want to be like a bridge. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, push the mat away, become a bridge. 3 more times of that. Really focusing, connecting the breath with the movement here. Just starting to get some motion in our thoracic and lumbar spine. 2 more. Exhale, really looking down between your knees. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Leaning back in neutral spine. We're going to take our right foot and you're going to just straighten it towards the back of your mat. And a nice easy calf stretch. Really try and push your heel towards the ground. Your left knee and your 2 hands are still flat. The only thing off the mat is your knee. Nice and straight. Really pushing into your hands to push that heel further back. Really light and easy. And on our next inhale, you're going to lift your right leg up into the air. And then lift your left arm into the air so that your left thumb is pointing up towards the ceiling. Right toes are pointing down towards the ground, bird dog. You want to really elongate, reach forward with the fingers, reach back with the heel, all in one line. Inhale. Exhale, crunch right knee to left elbow underneath. Inhale, expand. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, expand. Last one of the crunch. Exhale, touch knee and elbow. Expand to finish the pose. Then lower your left hand and right knee down towards the mat. On our next inhale, we're going to lift the same arm and leg. Inhale, left arm, right leg lifts. From here, you can either hold this pose or you can bend your right knee, reach back with your left hand, and open up the chest for a variation of dancer in this quadruped position. Really kicking into your hand, opening up the chest for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Expand to finish the pose. Then lower that left hand and right knee. I'm just going to twist the other side. This time, extend your left foot towards the back of your mat for an easy calf stretch. Again, your knee, right knee and hands are on the ground. Only thing off of it right now is your left knee. Using your hands to push your body back, push that heel closer to the ground. Nice and easy. And on our next inhale, we're going to lift our right arm and left leg. Inhale, rise up. So right thumbs are pointing towards the ceiling. Left toes are pointing down towards the ground. One straight line, really reach, elongate everything here. Inhale. Exhale, crunch right elbow to left knee underneath. Inhale, expand. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, expand one more time. Exhale, crunch, crunch, crunch everything underneath. Inhale, expand to finish the pose. And then exhale, lower your right hand and left knee down for a quick break. Inhale, lift that same leg and arm. Right thumb points up to the ceiling, left toes are pointing down towards the ground. And then maybe trying that dancer variation, bending the left knee now, grabbing your left ankle or foot, and then kicking into the hand, open up the chest. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release everything, extend to finish the pose. Then drop that right hand down, left knee meets it. Now we're going to push ourselves back to our first child's pose. Knees, ankles, and shins can be touching. If you want to take a wide knee, so just your toes are touching, you're like this and hunched over, you can do that. If you find it uncomfortable to be or put your head on the ground, that's okay. You can sit up in hero's pose like I'm doing. For those that are in child's pose, let's walk our hands over to our right. Get a little bit of a side body stretch here. Focus on reaching more with that left hand. Get a little bit deeper of a side stretch. And then start to walk your hands over to the left side of your mat. Now focus on reaching further with that right hand. And then coming back center. Just for a couple more breaths. Awesome. Then slowly lifting the chest so we're all in hero's pose, we're all in the same spot. We're going to make our way to tabletop position. And then from here, oops, let me twist around. We're going to lift our hips, push back to our first downward facing dog. We want to be like an upside down V, rounding out the ears with our arms, grounding through all 10 points in our hand. Alternating one knee to straighten and bend at a time to push that opposite heel closer to the ground. Maybe you shake your head yes or no. You sway your hips side to side. Just getting those kinks out of our first down dog. Everybody keeping both knees straight now. Inhale, rise up on your tippy toes. Exhale, allow your heels to sink further down. Inhale on your tippy toes. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale on your tippy toes. Exhale, lower your heels to the furthest you can go. Nice job. I'm going to be here for a few more breaths. If you get tired, you want to drop down to your knees, you can. For those, if you want a little bit challenge, maybe take your left hand and try and touch your right ankle. Then place it back at the top of your mat. Then try the other side. Right hand, try and touch your left ankle. Place it back at the top. Inhale, roll forward to a push-up or a plank pose. Slowly lower down flat to the mat, chaturanga. So untuck our toes, belly on the ground. Inhale, half straighten your arms, baby cobra. Exhale, lower down. Warming up the back. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra. Exhale, lower down. This time, inhale, straighten your arms all the way, cobra. Tuck your toes, push back, downward facing dog. Begin to walk your feet towards the top of your mat. Maybe you take a hop, whatever you'd like. Inhale, half lift, so your fingertips hover off the ground, kind of like the number 7. And then exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. I'm going to twist to face you guys. Hanging out here, the hammies might be tight still, as we're kind of still getting warmed up. Inhale, expand the lungs. Exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Maybe go ragdoll arms, swing side to side. Maybe you're able to grab your toes or lock your hands already behind your sacrum. Whatever feels best for a couple more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, fold. One more time, inhale. Exhale, fold your deepest. Good. Inhale, slowly begin to rise one vertebrae at a time. Coming to Tadasana, mountain pose, hands to your side. Good. Inhale, arms are gonna reach up overhead. Exhale, bring your hands heart center. So we're gonna do a little bit more of an active, moving, dynamic warm up. So make sure you're at the top of your mat here, okay? In the long waist direction, because we're gonna walk forward and backwards. But how we're gonna get there is hands can either stay heart center or they can stay down at your sides. As you lift your right leg up and behind you, sort of like a warrior three, you wanna try and touch the ground with your hands. Then lower your foot down as if you were taking a step back. Now left leg's gonna lift up and behind you. Try and touch the ground. If you can't, maybe you come halfway, feel a stretch. Lower down, that's okay. And you're gonna go until you reach the back of your mat. Be careful of your surroundings. I'm gonna run out of room. Good. And then once you reach the back of your mat, we're gonna go forward now. So taking a step forward, same thing, lowering down, then coming back up, and then make sure you swing that leg forward as if you were walking in front of you. Lowering down, coming back up, and then taking your time. Everyone's gonna be going at a different pace, and that's okay. Maybe you want to make it a little more harder and you take your time, or you're trying to get a little bit more of a quicker reaction, whatever you're feeling. Just a couple more seconds so we're all in the same place. I'm just gonna twist you guys to see. Awesome, so hopefully we're all back at the top of our mat. Inhale, arms are gonna reach up overhead. We're gonna lock our thumbs like this overhead. And then you're gonna reach over to your right, coming to a nice side body stretch. You want a little bit more of a challenge. Maybe we lift our right leg up to the side. Good, holding it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower that foot down, coming back center. Switching the lock on your thumbs. Reach over to your left side. And if you did the challenge on the other side, try and lift the left foot up to the side here. Holding it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Foot down, coming back center. Inhale, gaze up, maybe a slight back bend. Exhale, reverse that swan dive, Uttanasana, forward fold. Good. We're gonna practice to go through a flow here, so I'm gonna twist you guys to see. Inhale, half lift like number 7. Exhale, plant your palms, step back, plank pose. Slowly lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, straighten your arms, cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes, push back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up and behind you. And on the exhale, step in between both palms, low lunge. Just for a second though, I'm gonna twist so you guys can see better. Make sure you're making a nice right angle with that right knee. Left leg is nice and straight here. We're gonna drop that back knee down, untuck those back toes. Inhale, arms are gonna lift up overhead. And on the exhale, lean those hips forward. You can even drop that hand down towards the top of that knee. Good. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, maybe you take a little bit of a twist here. Completely up to you what you're looking to get out of this. Definitely should feel at least a stretch of that left hip flexor. Make sure your knee isn't going past your front toes. 2 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale a little bit deeper. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale your deepest. Good. From here, tucking your back toes. Inhale, arms are gonna reach up overhead. We're gonna take a twist towards the right, keeping your arms up and to the side. When you're ready, squeezing your legs together, lift that back knee off the ground, twisted lunge. I know it's a tough one. You're going to swing your arms all the way through, round down that back heel, warrior two. Good. Inhale, straighten that front leg, arms lift up. Exhale, rebend, warrior two. Inhale, straighten your arms, lift up. Exhale, lower again. One more time. Inhale, straighten that leg, arms rise up overhead. Exhale, hold this warrior two for 3 long breaths. Make sure you can see your front big toe, back heel is grounded. 2 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, bend that front knee a little bit more. Stay nice and tall though. 1 more breath. Inhale. Exhale, bend your deepest. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Reverse it, reaching back. Peaceful warrior. Maybe you take your left hand behind your low back as you reach overhead for 1 more breath. And then on your next exhale, coming back to neutral, warrior two, arms, reach as far forward as you can. Then drop that right hand down, left hand reaches up, Trikonasana triangle pose. So right hand is on our shin, inside or outside our foot. Maybe if you have a block or a pillow, you place it down near your ankle. You try and lift the floor closer to you. You want to try and pretend you're in between 2 planes of glass. So you're in one straight line, stacking everything here. Fun transition, the little balance challenge. We're going to take Halfmoon Pose. So looking down at the ground. You're going to take your right, you bend your knee a little bit, put your right hand at the top right corner of your mat. When you're ready, you're going to lift that left leg up and behind you, keeping the chest open. Maybe you need to micro bend that right knee, or you can straighten your leg. Arm is staying lifted. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your left foot down to meet your right. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Good. Wiggle your feet out to wider than shoulder width apart. Angle your feet slightly outwards. And then drop your butt down to the ground for Malasana Yogi Squat. Paddle off, taking a water break here. You want to try and keep the chest lifted, butt sinks nice and low. Maybe bring your hands heart center and able to use your elbows to open up the hips, push the knees farther away from each other. Or you have to put your hands on the ground. Maybe you have a pillow to sit on. It's a tough position, I understand. If you want, you can take crow pose if that's in your practice. Lots of options here just for a couple more breaths on your own. And then when you're ready, placing your palms back down on the ground, straighten your legs, rotate your feet so they're pointing straight forward. We're gonna prep to go through a flow here. Inhale, half lift like number 7. Exhale, plant your palms, hop or step back, plank pose. Slowly lower down, flat to the mat, chaturanga. Untuck your toes. Inhale, straighten the arms, cobra. Tuck your toes, push back, downward facing dog. One more side, guys. Inhale, left leg lifts up and behind us. Exhale, step in between both palms, low lunge. Setting up for a nice strong foundation from the start. Make sure you make it a nice 90-degree angle with that front knee. Right leg is nice and straight. Drop that back knee down towards the ground. Untuck those back toes. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. And then exhale, lean those hips forward. Option to drop your hands down to the top of the left thigh. If you want, maybe you take a twist here, placing that right forearm to the outside of that left knee. Whatever you take, make sure that left knee doesn't go past your front toes. Should feel a nice stretch in your right hip flexor. Few breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, a little bit deeper. Try and stay nice and upright. Don't lean forward or hyperextend back. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale your deepest. Tuck your toes. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. And then exhale, twisting to the left. Keep the arms up in the air though. Tough transition. Squeeze those thighs together. When you're ready, inhale, lift that back knee off the ground. Twisted lunge. Swing, cartwheel the arms through. Rotate that back heel down. Warrior two, gazing over that left hand in front of you. Inhale, straighten that left leg, arms rise up overhead. Exhale, rebend, warrior two. Open up the chest. Inhale, straighten that leg, arms rise up. Exhale, rebend even deeper for two. Inhale, straighten, rise up. Last one, we're gonna hold it. Exhale your deepest. Make sure you see that front knee for 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale a little bit deeper. Stay upright, don't lean forward. One more breath here, guys. Inhale. Exhale your deepest. Inhale, straighten that front leg, drop that back hand down that right leg, reaching up overhead towards the back of your mat. Peaceful warrior. Option, take a half bind behind your low back. If you'd like, for another breath, inhale. Exhale, reach. Inhale, coming back to neutral. Reach as far forward as you can with your left hand. Then drop that left hand down to the ground. Right hand lifts up, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Again, hand can be on your ankle, inside or outside of your foot, or maybe you have a pillow or block that you're using, whichever you like. For a couple more breaths. Again, stacking everything in line from your toe to your hand in the air, pretending you're in between 2 planes of glass. And then from here, last part, looking back down towards the ground, rebend that front knee a little bit, just so you can place your hands towards the top left corner of your mat. Keep your right hand in the air when you're ready. Halfmoon pose, lift that right leg up towards the ceiling. Maybe you straighten your leg, up to you, holding it for 5, 4, press that heel towards the back, 3, 2, 1, lower that right foot down to meet your left. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Once again, wiggle your feet wider than shoulder width apart. Slightly angle them outwards. And then drop your butt down for the Uttanasana Yogi Squat. Awesome job, guys. Hard part's over. We're gonna start to dial it down, make our way back towards the mat, get into our hips. Whether you're in Uttanasana, or if you want to take crow pose, if you want headstand in your practice, you want to take them now, you're more than welcome to. If you want to take Uttanasana a little further, maybe we add a twist, placing our left hand by our left toes so that our forearm is on the inside of our left shin. Rotate that right palm up to the ceiling. This can be pretty intense, so taking your time. Just for a couple breaths when you twist. And leaning back center, other side. If you're taking the twist, up to you. Right hand is in front of our right foot. Then rotate the left palm up to the ceiling. Really use that right elbow and forearm to really torque your body a little bit more. Then meeting back center. Hands come heart center, so we're all in the same place. Dropping your hands down towards the ground. Straighten your legs. Oof. Rotate your feet so that they're pointing forward. Prepping to go through a flow here. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your palms, hop or step back, top of a push-up. Slowly lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, straighten your arms, cobra. Tuck your toes, push back, downward facing dog. We're gonna make our way into our hips from right here. Inhale, right leg's gonna lift up and behind us. Exhale, right knee and shin to the top of your mat as we prep for pigeon. Drop that back knee, untuck those back toes. You want to try and adjust your front shin to be as parallel to the top of your mat as you can. Look back, make sure the left shin isn't poking out to the side, straight behind you. Center your hips, so your outer right glute shouldn't be touching the ground, it should be off of it right now. Inhale, lift the chest to express. And then on your next exhale, lowering down for pigeon pose. Probably should feel stretch on the outer right glute. Your hips are really tight, like the joint capsule doesn't have much space. You might feel in the front, that's okay. Trying to avoid falling over to your right glute. Staying square towards the ground. Again, now we're settling, making these a little bit more static rather than moving from pose to pose. And if you start to get comfortable, maybe you wiggle or manually pull that right foot further up towards that top left corner of your mat. If this is too much, if you want to place a pillow or a block underneath that right glute, you can. That's a nice modification. Or you can lie on your back, coming to a figure 4 stretch. Up to you. And then if mermaid, dolphin is in your practice and you'd like to take that now, you can. Lifting up the chest, bending that left knee, reaching back with that left hand. And then really pulling that left foot into your chest, or not your chest, towards you. Don't just hang out here. The next step would be trying to get it in the crook of your left elbow, and then trying to lock behind your head, which I cannot do. I'm sure some of you guys can. Or you're just staying down in pigeon pose. That's okay, guys. Wherever you are, 5 more breaths. If you're staying folded, try and remember keeping the spine long here. Don't just hunch over. If you need to raise your chest to be off the ground, you can do that too. A few more breaths. 2 more. If you're in dolphin or mermaid, lowering down, so we're all in the same spot for this last breath. Awesome job. Everybody planting their palms, lifting the chest, tucking your back toes. When you're ready, we're going to kick back the 3-legged dog. Right foot's going to go up into the air, and then you're going to open up your hip towards the right side. Should feel really nice in the opposite direction. Then lower your right foot down and meet your left in regular down dog. Other side, inhale, left leg reaches up and behind us. Exhale, left knee and shin to the top of your mat. Drop your back knee, untuck those back toes. Making sure, looking back, adjusting that back shin. And then adjusting that front foot to make that left shin as parallel to the top of your mat as you can. Making sure you're square towards your mat. Inhale, expressing the chest. And then exhale, folding over, pigeon on the left side. As I was saying earlier, this side might be tighter. Maybe it's looser. That's okay. Just taking advantage of the pose, however that may be. Maybe you have to place a block underneath that outer left glute this time. Maybe if you get comfortable, wiggling that foot or manually pulling it more towards your top right corner of your mat, making that shin as parallel to the top as you can. Awesome job, guys. And then if you took dolphin or mermaid on the other side, doing so here, lifting the chest, bending that right knee, grabbing that right foot or ankle and pulling it in. Really taking advantage, trying to stretch out the quad here, don't just hang out. Next step would be trying to get your foot in the crook of your right elbow. Full pose would be locking behind your head. Wherever you are or choose to be, 5 more breaths. Again, if you're folded over in pigeon, try and keep the spine long here, not so much as hunching over. If you need to come up on your hands, you can for these last couple of breaths. If you're in dolphin or mermaid, coming back down to folded pigeon for this last breath, so we're all in the same spot. Then everybody planting the palms, lifting the chest. When you're ready, tucking those back toes, kicking back, 3-legged dog, left leg is up in the air, open up that hip towards the side. Maybe you roll out your ankle like I'm doing. Then drop your left foot down to meet your right in regular down dog. Drop down to your knees, lift the chest, rolling over to your side. so that we can swing our legs around. And then we're gonna slowly fall one vertebra at a time to lie flat on your back. We're just gonna do 2 back bends today, guys. We're gonna do 2 bridges. If you wanna do 2 full wheels, you're more than welcome to. It's up to you guys. Starting with the first bridge, bending both knees, placing your feet as close to your butt as you can, adjusting yourself. And on our next inhale, driving through the heels, lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Make sure your feet are pointing straight forward or slightly outwards. Just don't have them in. Make sure your knees are in line with your toes so they're not caving in either. Relaxing the chin, taking nice deep breaths here. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly lower down. You can windshield wipe your knees side to side here if you like. Try and avoid bringing your knees to your chest right now because we still got 1 more back bend. You can stay with bridge, or you can go to full wheel, or you just stay lying here, whatever you'd like. Knees are back center. Maybe this time you lock your hands underneath your sacrum or keep your hands at your side. On our next inhale, we're gonna lift up. Inhale, rise up. If you lock your hands underneath your sacrum, tuck your shoulder blades underneath, and then press those palms towards the ground away from your back. A little more active than usual. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath here, guys. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly lower everything down towards the ground. And then slowly bring both knees to your chest, giving yourself a nice hug. Starting to rock side to side, back and forth, massaging out the spine. And then when you're ready, creating enough momentum to come to a nice tall seated position, crossing your legs in fire log, whatever you're comfortable in. Thank you guys for joining me today. Happy Friday. Good luck on your finals. Be on the lookout on our Campus Rec website for changes in class times and whatnot. Have a great rest of the semester. Have a great summer. We end our class by putting our hands heart center. The light in me honors the light in every single one of you. We bow our heads and say, Namaste. Awesome job today, guys. Again, thank you for joining me. Have a great rest of your day. Have a fun, safe weekend. I hope to see you guys soon again. I'll be on here for a couple more minutes if you have any questions, all right? Thank you, guys.